21Oct2021 keynote presentation and interview on future of sustainable mobility. I am IFR. The speaker of today's session is Mr. Wolf Henning Schieder, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Germany-based, world third largest auto component manufacturer and a formidable company in wind energy space, ZF Group. He joins us live from Germany. Mr. Wolf Henning Schieder started his professional career from Bosch GmbH. He was there from 1989 to 2010 and then held several important positions. In 2015, he joined the Henning Group as Chief Executive Officer and Chairman of the Management Board. He joined ZF Group in 2018 as Chairman of the Board of Management and Chief Executive Officer. ZF Group is one of the leading companies when it comes to future mobility and has been investing heavily in autonomous driving, electric mobility, and mobility as a service. So let me begin by inviting Mr. Schieder to do his keynote presentation before we get into our topic.
Well, thank you, Nabil, and thank you so much for the opportunity to speak at the second meeting Global Town. I'm honored to be part of such an impressive roster of speakers from such a wide range of sectors. International dialogue at this level is crucial if we are to master the challenges we face. Climate change is without doubt the greatest of those challenges. And this decade will possibly be the most important for implementing positive change. One area where the change process is already underway is mobility. It has a profound effect on climate and sustainability as well as on economic development and human well-being. In a vibrant, fast-paced nation like India, the economy and population is driving the need for mobility. But like everywhere else in the world, the serious impact on climate and the local environment means we must find solutions for making mobility sustainable. And I have absolutely no doubt that sustainable mobility is good for the planet and for economic prosperity. As a global technology supplier to the automotive sector, ZF is at the forefront of the transformation currently underway. Our products, systems, and technologies enable vehicles to see, think, and act. They cover almost every type of vehicle, from motorbikes and cars to heavy trucks, from city buses to agricultural machinery. With more than 150,000 employees at 189 main production locations in 39 countries and 18 development locations in 8 countries, the ZF Group has the scale and global reach to drive sustainable mobility in a holistic way. We have been active in India for more than 60 years and currently employ more than 50,000 people at 8 engineering facilities and 18 factories. And following our acquisition last year of commercial vehicle technology specialist Pro, ZF is now the leading supplier. This new addition will play a significant role in driving forward the sustainability of commercial vehicles here and globally. Making mobility sustainable in a way that maximizes economic prosperity also calls for completely different mindset. Not at some point in the future, but now. There is a sense of urgency among more and more consumers looking for sustainable choices. We are convinced that this momentum for change within society, this call for action now, places us in the most crucial phase on the road to sustainable mobility. The way forward is through electric mobility and automated and autonomous driving functions. Electric mobility is the cornerstone of our ZF next generation mobility strategy. We anticipate that sales of electric vehicles worldwide will outpace sales of conventional vehicles by 2030. Sales of battery electric vehicles grew by 4% in 2020, and for plug-in hybrids, the growth figure was 74%. So ZF is actively supporting this growth. It is already one of the few suppliers with in-depth expertise in all types of electric drive across all sectors. And this is important, because there is no single route to sustainable mobility. We need to be fast, flexible, and agile to respond to different needs of our automotive customers all over the world. Our holistic electrification strategy to speed up the transition to electric mobility is not focused on battery electric vehicles alone. We believe plug-in hybrids have an important role to play. Major markets like the US, China, and of course India are expanding their charging infrastructure for electric vehicles, but at varying paces. The state of California, for instance, is focused on BEVs, but is also introducing legislation for plug-in hybrids with high electric range. So this combined approach is keeping it on track for reaching its CO2 targets. We already have the technology for this type of vehicle. Our EV Plus concept offers more than 100 kilometers of electric range, which covers 80 to 90% of our needs. We assume plug-in hybrids will continue to play a crucial role in many parts of the world through 2035. However, sustainable mobility is about a lot more than cars. Commercial vehicles and buses are major emitters of CO2 and pollutants. Here in India, the government is taking action to significantly improve urban air quality through its FAME policy and the recently announced PLI policy. ZF is already involved with sustainable solutions for buses in major cities like Bangalore, Pune, and Delhi. We're also launching the first ever 9-speed automatic manual transmission for the commercial vehicle market in India. This will help make India's long-haul logistics far more sustainable and is something we will continue to drive through the combined organization. So when it comes to battery electric vehicles, car makers around the world are developing completely new platforms. As well as experience and ingenuity, it also takes highly intelligent hardware and software in the vehicles themselves to achieve maximum efficiency. So let me give you a feel of what that means in practice. Just last month, we premiered our modular e-drive kit at the IAA Mobility Show in Munich. It pulls together all of ZF's electric mobility expertise in system solutions, components, and software management. And was engineered to complement the best platform strategy of vehicle manufacturers worldwide. The key word here is efficiency. All the electric drives in our modular e-drive kit offer significant improvements in power density, weight, and efficiency. And the modularity of the e-drive kit means it can be applied across a wide product spectrum, from compact cars with low power requirements to high-performance cars in the premium segment. But most importantly, our e-drive kit reduces the time it takes for car makers to develop a new electric drive by up to 50%. Another crucial factor of sustainable mobility is software. The vehicle of the future will be software-driven. That's because software enables even deeper integration of sensors, radar, and actuators, as well as far more powerful system networking. ZF software can deliver significant improvements in energy efficiency. We showcased how that works in our EV Next concept vehicle. And our partnership with Mahindra Motorsports in Formula E has been a great proving ground for these efficiency technologies. We've had a fantastic season this year, and our technology has made some significant breakthroughs. And we are already transferring what we've learned from the racetrack to the road. So this partnership with Mahindra, a homegrown Indian player with global reach, offers a tremendous opportunity. As well as rising awareness of electric mobility technologies, the chance to partner with an OEM based in India will allow us to introduce this technology locally. Another development that will radically change the mobility landscape is automated and autonomous driving functions. As well as significantly improving comfort and safety, it also has the potential to dramatically reduce the amount of traffic on the roads. The heart of future vehicles is the central computer, and we are already a long way down that path with our family of high-performance supercomputers, ZF Pro AI. Things are moving fast. The performance of our latest generation is 66% higher than the last, yet it consumes 70% less energy. This kind of computing power, equipped for artificial intelligence, is the cornerstone of today's software-defined vehicles. It already enables us to offer complete systems for autonomous public transport. Autonomous shuttle systems, such as this one built, delivered and operated by ZF, will have an important role to play in the future of urban mobility. It can replace up to 20 cars, which makes it far more efficient than a robotaxi. As part of ZF's next-generation mobility strategy, this kind of solution focuses on reinventing our understanding of mobility. ZF's sustainability mindset touches every aspect of our organization, not just our products and technologies. Our Green Power Roadmap shows this. Our aim is for all ZF activities to be climate neutral by 2040. That's 10 years sooner than the Paris Agreement. And before that, by 2030, CO2 emissions from ZF plants worldwide will be 80% less than in 2019. But we're also taking responsibility for our supply chain and the use phase of our products. By 2030, we aim to reduce those emissions by 40% less compared with 2019. This mindset extends beyond the automotive sector too. We are driving green energy through our wind power business. And the ZF facility in India is an important pillar of that. In Coimbatore, we have a state-of-the-art, fully integrated wind turbine gearbox manufacturing facility. Its existing capacity of 7,000 megawatts will grow to 9,000 megawatts by 2022. And as well as fulfilling local demand, it's also a significant exporter. 25% of all wind power installations worldwide already use a ZF gearbox, and most of them from Coimbatore. We're also working closely with energy partners here in Asia and around the world to expand our own use of green energy. That includes solar power installations at many of our plants. So, ladies and gentlemen, a great deal of progress has already been made towards sustainable mobility, but we are still at the start of a very long journey. However, the climate emergency means that journey needs to be fast and direct. Because different markets are starting from different places, there are multiple routes to the same direction. At ZF, we believe that journey will deliver economic prosperity and a better quality of life for all. So thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to answering your questions.
Thank you so much, Mr. Schieder. Wonderfully put. We understood the ZF's direction towards sustainability. I just want to understand, as an industry expert, how do you see sustainability? You talked about electric vehicle, but there is a debate around electric vehicle also. If it is really truly carbon neutral, is it really zero emission? Especially when we talk about the way we mine the raw materials like lithium, cobalt, or nickel, or manganese, or various other component that is used in electric vehicle. There are naysayers. They are saying the process of mining this is highly polluting. So how do you see that the debate? Do you think that still electric vehicle continue to be the option when we try to move to zero carbon kind of scenario?
Well, some of the critical remarks are certainly correct for today's world. So, for example, using power from pollutant energy sources, yeah, like coal power utilities. You touched on the raw material, but in the course of the last years, there are thousands of great engineers working on solving these topics, and many have already been solved. For example, the rare earth magnet utilization in the motors has been significantly reduced for some of the most difficult, or let's say scarce rare earth portions that we used some years ago. So our engineers are working heavily on making the battery electric vehicle really sustainable. And I'm very, very optimistic that in the course of the next 10 years, we will solve most or even all of these obstacles so that the electric mobility can be the solution in the next decade.
I just want to understand how the imperatives are going to be different for the developed economy and the developing economy as we move forward to a future of sustainable mobility.
Well, certainly in developing countries, but also in many areas of the developed world, the infrastructure plays a major role. We see more and more vehicles now in the showrooms, and there are very affordable electric vehicles among them. Infrastructure is a major topic. Certainly, charging at home is a good solution for people that are mainly driving in urban areas. But if we want to replace the combustion engine vehicle, infrastructure is key, and I see it today still a big gap in many areas in India, in Europe, in the US, in spite of great governmental actions to build this up and to foster it. So this is why we see the plug-in hybrid as a great solution, at least for the next 15, 20 years. Yeah, because with a plug-in hybrid, you can charge it maybe at home or at your workplace, and then have the long driving distance in case you need it beyond 100 kilometers using the combustion engine. So this is a major reason why we believe so much in the technology, at least for the next 2 decades.
What are the forces, or you can say the mega trends that you note around the world that will shape up the future of sustainable mobility?
Well, the megatrends are certainly electric mobility. That is, for me, strategically already underway. And ZF is under full steam and executing the electric mobility. But strategically, with our setup globally, we are sure that we will be leaders in that market, world market leaders with our product. But it goes beyond. The next wave of transformation is the connected vehicle, the software-defined vehicles. Yeah, we need those vehicles with update over-the-air software so that we can improve functions, load new functions into the vehicle, maybe even drive efficiency over time with most modern algorithms, using AI in the back end on the server side, and then giving new functions to the vehicle. So for me, this is a transformation as big as we talk about in the propulsion system, and it's going to come to the markets quite heavily in the midst of this decade. So ZF is heavily preparing that area. And then if we look at further functions, I mean, in the long run, let's face it, all vehicles will be autonomous, but nobody knows when. So it will certainly take some decades that vehicles will run autonomous. But due to comfort, it would be obviously the dream of everybody, and we are working on it. So we have to introduce higher and higher autonomous functions. And a great roadmap also for electric vehicles in the meantime is to increase safety. And that is also so important for the Indian market, and many others, of course, to use software and hardware functions for safety. And ZF is working also on low-cost autonomous or automatic driving functions with the first aim of safety, and in the longer run, helping to make the vehicle autonomous.
You talked about creativity. I just want to understand, of course, creativity is going to be an important thing, especially from emerging markets like India and other where infrastructure remains a challenge. I just want to understand, how do you see the fuel cell or hydrogen fuel vehicles shaping up? What kind of market share these fuel cell vehicles or the hydrogen fuel vehicle will have around the world?
Well, as you know, ZF is number one supplier to the commercial vehicle industry. And in that sector, there's certainly room for fuel cell because some trucks are going long haul. We estimate that it's maybe up to half of the truck fleet is going long haul. And battery is not really the best solution in that case due to weight and cost of the battery for a truck that needs to go more than 600 to 1,000 kilometers on many trips. So we focus on the fuel cell for commercial vehicles, and there will be ZF solutions coming up. But anyhow, we see also that the other portion of the truck market will be battery, because in cities and not so long distances for daily truck drive, battery might be the solution. In the past car, not really. Due to the overall efficiency of the hydrogen system, you use a lot of energy in the process of producing hydrogen, and then also in the use in the vehicle, the overall efficiency is even less than the efficiency of a combustion engine today. So this is why we believe in the passenger car, the battery and the plug-in hybrid are the better solutions.
In your presentation, you mentioned that ZF will be carbon neutral by 2040. Can you share with us what are the concrete steps you have taken so far, and how does it work in the next 2 decades? Because we are already in 2021.
Yeah, first of all, it is always reduction, energy efficiency. So we are reducing our energy consumption by 2% every year, and working hard with projects in spite of the growth of the company. So the net value is much higher in reduction. And this is by thousands of projects in all the sites in creating energy efficiency, higher energy efficiency, and just reducing the consumption. The other portion is turning to renewables. I mentioned solar as a large supplier for the wind industry. Obviously, we are also going for wind parks and also preparing joint partnerships of ownership, of ZF ownership in wind parks, in order to supply our own renewable energy to our plants. Other measures are turning away from natural gas, either turning it to electricity, renewable electricity, or to green resources. The more difficult part is the what's called upstream and downstream product use, so our supply chain and the use of our products. The use of our products, we want to be in 100% renewable vehicles by 2050. So beyond that, we don't want to see products that go into combustion engines, and only in really sustainable vehicles. And I think that's possible. It's extremely challenging, but this is our aim, and I think it's possible. With our suppliers, we have already intensive discussions in motivating them to go the same pace, and we get a lot of positive feedback on that. So I'm sure that our supply base will follow us in being also CO2 neutral by 2030.
Thank you so much, Mr. Schieder, for giving us time and joining me today.